In just 7 months, from January to July, at least 18 states have passed more than 30 laws that restrict access to voting. These laws make mail voting and early voting more difficult. They also impose harsher voting ID requirements. Voting advocates say it creates obstacles for minority voters. And the Democrats' last-ditch effort to protect voting rights is dependent on Senator Joe Manchin and if Senate Democrats will embrace changing the filibuster rules so the bill can actually pass. So here with me to answer that question and more, we have attorney Jesselyn McCurdy. She's also the interim executive vice president for government affairs at the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights. And also joining us to add to this conversation, Pastor William Smart. He's the president and CEO of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference of Southern California. I'd like to welcome you both to BNC Live. So, Attorney McCurdy, we'll start with you. Have Democrats reached a dead end on voting rights? And do you think this bill is what was needed to actually make it across the finish line?
Well, the bill was reintroduced on Tuesday to give Joe Manchin an effort to approach Republicans about supporting legislation that would create a better situation for voting rights for particularly Black and brown people in this country. And so, it's a numbers game, really. Obviously, you need 50 Democrats in the Senate to even start a discussion about voting rights. But to get it across the line, you need 60 votes in total. And the reintroduction of this bill was to secure Senator Manchin's support, and then so he could go and talk to Republicans about the possibility of them supporting this type of legislation.
Yeah, but getting 10 Republicans to join, that's going to be an uphill battle. I mean, even getting Senator Joe Manchin on board. Also, you need Kristen Sinema as well out of Arizona. Pastor Smart, what does a plan B? Because we got to think about that. What does that actually look like?
Plan B, we have to force the president to use his office as the bully pulpit and get the Democrats to modify the filibuster. The only way we're going to get it through is through a modification of the filibuster. And I mean, he has to sit down and force those Democrats, Manchin and Sinema, to be Democrats. All his other agenda items are very important, but this is more important to us because this is what will perpetuate the party being in office long enough to make effective public policy.
Attorney McCurdy, do you want to reply to that?
Sure. No, I agree 100%. And I think what is going on now with Joe Manchin is that they're trying to make the case to prove to him that it is going to be an uphill battle to get 10 Republicans. And it's almost like an effort to kind of exhaust all your remedies to prove to Joe Manchin that even with a compromised bill, it is going to be very difficult to get 10 Republicans to sign on to a voting rights bill.
All right, we had a political contributor on yesterday, Jesselyn Figueroa, and she basically said that the Democrats are not showing enough guts, I guess. When you think about the Republicans and their followers, they are willing to go to the extreme. I mean, we see that still being carried out across the country with the big lie, this upcoming rally that's taking place this Saturday in support of the insurrectionists. Do you think that Democrats need to show more action or just show that they are really in it to win it for us?
Yeah, I think, yes. I think that's, ultimately, go ahead.
No, go
we just came out of a war on the recall out here in California, and the Democrats, the base out here is powerful. The base out here is we want to force the president. We're supportive of him, but we want to force him to really force those Democrats to be Democrats on this issue. It's a grassroots issue. We need to be in West Virginia. We need to be in Arizona. And there are grassroots groups getting ready to do that because that's where the battle is right now. We have to have a filibuster because that's the only way.
Attorney McCurdy, what are your thoughts? How do we force that hand, as Pastor Smart just said?
I think it's unfortunate that Joe Manchin has so much power in Washington with the 50-50 Senate, but the reality is that he does have power,
But they
and
all could be Joe
therefore,
Manchin, though. I'm sorry to cut you off, but anyone could
go
be
ahead.
Senator Joe Manchin, though. Since it's so split, anyone could be him. It's just he's choosing to wield his power.
Well, also, I think he has his power because of the state he's in. He's a Democrat in a red state. And so just like Tester in Montana, they have a difficult election coming up. Now, Joe Manchin's not till 2024, but that's where his power source is. And so he has wielded his power. And again, a numbers game. You have to have 50 to get to 60. And I think there is a push by the Democrats. They recognize that there has to be a change to this filibuster, but you have to have Joe Manchin to go along with it
All
for it to
right.
happen.
I'm sorry to cut you off there. We got to wrap. Thank you both so much for joining us, Attorney McCurdy and Pastor Smart. Thank you for your insight. I look forward to speaking with you again.